For those who joined earlier before now, this is the data we want to clean, and someone sent me this to help him clean this data. But looking at this data, you can see that it's messy. Yeah, everything is in one column. So now we're going to split it so that it can be fitted into different columns, right? Okay, so let's get into it. So now I'm going to highlight column A, right? Because everything is fitted into column A. I'm going to highlight column A, then I'm going to go to data. So you're going to click on your text column. We'll be using split by delimiter to split our columns into different parts. So I'm going to click on text to column. It's already in delimited, right? Then I'll go to next. Ensure that your comma is what is checked. Every other thing should be unchecked. Then I'll click on my next, then finish. As you can see, it has splitted my data into different columns. Now I have my customer name, I have my email, I have my phone, I have order dates and products, then quantity, price and total. Welcome to my life, guys. Okay, so one thing I love doing with my data, I love beautifying my data, right? I love making my header column to be bold. So I'm going to do that here. I'm just going to highlight this first row, then I'll go to 16. 16 is okay. 16. Then I'm going to expand it a little bit. Then I'm going to bold it. Excuse me. Okay, so this is it. Now looking at this data now, I've splitted it, right? It's now in different columns instead of it being in one particular column. So now I'm going to check for duplicates. Okay, but checking for duplicates, I prefer using customer name to check for duplicates, because as you can see, the customer name here is we have 2 John Doe. I have John Doe here, I have John Doe here, I have 3 actually, 3 John Doe. I have John Doe here, I have John Doe here, I have John Doe here. So I'm just going to highlight this customer name, then I'll go to conditional formatting, right? Then I'll click on duplicate values. So it's saying it's going to format the cells that are duplicates. It's going to give it a particular color. It's going to give it a light red. Okay, so I'm going to say okay because I'm okay with that. It should give it a light red. So I'm going to say okay. As you can see, it has highlighted duplicated values with light red. Yeah. Then next I'm going to do is I'm going to delete my duplicates. I don't want to have a data that has duplicated values, right? So I'm going to delete my duplicated values. I'm going to highlight everything. Okay, then I will go to data, remove duplicates. Now it's selected every columns, which I don't want. It selected the customer name, email, phone, order dates, products, quantity, price, and total. I don't want that. So I'm going to select everything. I'm just going to select just customer name and email. Okay, so it says 2 duplicate values found and removed. So now we are left with 6 unique values. Okay, so I'm going to click on OK. Yeah, please let me know if you understand, and if I'm too fast I can slow down. Okay, so the duplicate values, as you can see now, I don't longer have, no, John Doe was 3, it appeared 3 times. Now it's just 1. I just have 1 John Doe, which is the right thing to have for this my data cleaning. Okay, so now what do you think, guys, is the next thing? Looking at this data, what do you think we should work on next? I would like to hear from you guys to be sure that we are all cleaning this data together. So let me know if you understood how I splitted the column, and if you understood how I removed the duplicated values. Let me know, please. Okay, now so I'm going to remove space. As you can see, this email column looks somehow. Some have space at the beginning, like let me say John Doe is okay, there's no space at the beginning of his name. Mary Smith is okay, Peter Obi is okay. But looking at Caleb Philip, you're going to notice that Caleb Philip has space at the beginning of his name, right? So now this is not right. I'm going to fix this by using the trim function. Okay, so I'm going to come here, I'm going to highlight this column C. I'll left click, I will right click, then I'll do insert. Okay, so now I'm going to use the trim function now to remove space. I'm going to say trim equal to trim in brackets. I'm trimming column B, which is the email, right? I'm going to say B2, close my bracket, and I'm going to click on enter. Then I'm going to come here, then just double click on this plus. If you look closely on this my cursor here, you can see the plus icon here. I'm going to double click on it, so it's going to autofill. So this is it. It has removed every extra space on this calebphilip@gmail.com. So now I'm going to name this to be email address. This is my new column now, going to be email address. Okay, so this is it for the email address. Hi, welcome to my live stream. So next is we're going to treat missing values. If you look closely on this phone number column, you'll notice that some don't have phone number, like Mary Smith don't have a phone number, and Caleb Philip also do not have phone number. So we're going to be treating this also. So to do this, I'm going to come to this column A, right click on it, then click on insert. Right, I'm going to click on insert, then I'm going to use a function now for this. Hi Alison, you're welcome. So I'm going to be using the if blank function to treat my missing values here, because I cannot delete them. If you delete missing value in this situation, it's as good as you deleting the Mary Smith record, because the only thing missing is just her phone number, because she's a customer and she filled in her email address. And what did she even buy? She bought a phone. she bought a phone. So if you are to delete her record because she does not have phone number, it doesn't make any sense. It's as good as saying she never came to your shop to purchase any of your goods, which is wrong. So what you are going to do here is to treat the missing value. Just what we are going to do now is to use the if blank function, right? So now I'm going to say equals to if in brackets is blank, right? In brackets is on column D, so I'm going to say D2 comma, I'm going to say no phone number, okay, D2. Okay, so I'm going to use my autofill. Now it has filled in for Mary Smith. If you just notice what happened, it's filled in for Mary Smith. It's saying no phone number, right? But when it came to Caleb Phillip, it's brought an empty cell, which is not supposed to be. Now let us go back to our original column to know why. Because this formula is supposed to work automatically. It's supposed to work. It's not supposed to bring in give us any error at all, and it's not supposed to bring in an empty cell, right? So this will only happen if the cell is not actually empty, or if there is a space in that cell. That is when this is going to occur. So now let's click on this cell to know what actually happened. As you can see, I've clicked on it, but there is no number in that cell. So why did it give us empty cell as our output? As you can see, there is no number. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to double click on it to know if there is any space in it. As you can see, there is a space. There is a space here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to delete this space, then go back. It has brought no phone number. So I'm going to rename this my header for the phone part to be phone number. Okay. Adeshina Mustafa, are you still here? Okay, now let's come to the other dates. As you can see now, there is an inconsistency in these dates. The dates, Excel is treating some of the dates as text, while some of the dates it is treating as numbers. And it's supposed to be treated as numbers actually, not text. Here, as you can see, this side is aligned to the left, while this first three is aligned to the right, which is the proper dates format. Okay,